you go. Oh. Okay. Hello and welcome back to the Chit Chat program. Today I am joined by the beautiful Raphael. Rafi. I'm taking care of her for a little bit, so she's going to be my co-host today. Do you want to say hi? Say hi. She's a little bit shy, but yeah, she is a really elderly dog. She's 12 years old, and, she's a diva. She can't walk up and down the stairs. She can't really do a lot, but that's okay because we love her. I actually don't think Frenchies can do a lot just in general, but she's living her best life. Okay, so today, girl. Today on the pod, I wanted to talk about last night. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but it's the new American Apparel documentary that's on Netflix. So I always try to explain this to people, especially my boyfriend who's from the UK, so he doesn't really get it. But I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, I used to work at American Apparel, okay? I was an American Apparel girly. It's like so much more than just having like a job or just being like, yeah, I work at American Apparel. Like, it really meant like a lot more. Like, it was actually like 100% an identity because everyone you worked with was into the same things. They liked the same thing. They were kind of weird and quirky just like you. And it was like such a vibe. And all you had to be is like, do you want down, Rafi? It was like, I'm an American Apparel girly. And like, they just got it. And then like anywhere you went, like if you were traveling and you walked into another American Apparel, you'd be like, oh yeah, I also work at American Apparel. And like immediately they'd be like, oh, okay, like you're cool. And like, I'm not being like annoying as being like, oh yeah, I worked at American Apparel. That meant I was cool. That's not the point. Like, it was just, this is the thing, like maybe my boyfriend doesn't understand it because I'm bad at explaining it. But it was like really, truly a sign of the times. Like, I'm like, oh, there'll never be anything like it. But that's probably not true. There will be something like it. It was just like, it meant that you were into the same thing. It meant that you were posting the same pictures on Tumblr. Like, you got a 50% off discount when you worked at American Apparel. So my entire closet, head to toe, was American Apparel. And what would I do? I would buy a new outfit every week. Like, I would finish work, buy an outfit while I was at work, then go out clubbing in my new outfit. I don't know, it's just such a thing. Like, I had so many different American Apparel bodysuits, all the different American Apparel tights. Like, I was also taking so many, like, Tumblr cool photos or whatever. Like, obviously they're lame as hell now, but, like, it was a vibe. It was a thing, and I don't know how to convey that. Look, okay, girly. Oh, wow, she jumped. That's huge for her. That is huge for her. Now I'm covered in her hair, so whatever. Good job, Rafi. Also, like, weird things would always happen at American Apparel. Like, the girls there would kind of like get harassed by people who came in the store. And people would come in there to like play. Like, not in a weird way, but like young teenage girls would like come to the store on like a Friday night and they would just like play dress up in the store, which is like so strange. But it was just like a thing that you did. Like, you'd grab all the crazy like gold spandex outfits and you would just play dress up in the store. And then my stupid little ass would be working the change room and you would literally come in with 100 items. I wouldn't give a shit if you stole all of them because it meant that I didn't have to put them back on a hanger. And I would have to like clean up your mess. Also, everyone stole from American Apparel. That was also a thing. Like, left, right, and center, everybody stole from American Apparel. And it's crazy. It's like, I know exactly why that company went under. I mean, this isn't the reason, but it's a huge thing. So we had like a warehouse attached to our store in the basement. And like when you went in there, it was like rows on rows on rows of all this clothing that was unaccounted for. And basically you could go down there and fill up an entire garbage bag and just walk out. And like nobody cared because that was all of the stuff that didn't have a price tag on it or didn't have like a SKU code or whatever on it yet. Like, that was our job to put that on, and then it went upstairs. So until it was upstairs, it was literally just unaccounted clothing. Before I got hired, the entire staff got caught stealing from there because they would all just fill up garbage bags and then walk out. So they had to fire the entire staff, and that's when I got hired. And still, when I was hired, all of the girls were stealing from the basement. Like, I would be like, oh, if you see like a pair of tights, can you grab it for me? And like people would just go down and grab you anything, and like didn't matter. Also, we worked on commission, which was like the most random thing ever in American Apparel. But it was also kind of sick because randomly you would get your paycheck and then the following week you would get another paycheck for like $900. Like, why? But like, Yeah, you worked on commission, so it was actually kind of intense. And like the best was to work on the cash because people would be like, you'd be like, oh, and who helped you today? And they'd be like, I don't know. And then you just put in your name. You'd be like, well, I guess I helped you because I cashed you out. And like whoever worked cash always had the highest sales that day. Like, so it was really sketch, but whatever. But while I was watching that documentary, I was just craving going into an American Apparel store so badly. Like, they had all of the footage of the OG American Apparel, and I was like, I want to walk into an American Apparel store so badly. Like, it's not like I want that time back, but like, I just want to go through all the stuff and like reminisce and like see it and like, like, oh my God, like I had this bodysuit. And like now apparently American Apparel clothing is worth so much. And to think like I literally had like bags on bags on bags of American Apparel clothing and it all just became tacky and gross and I threw it out. Nothing is grosser than those like jersey dresses, but they were really cute at the time. But like then I just started to hate them so much. And then it became a time when I saw anyone in American Apparel, I'd be like, ew, like get with the times, that's so gross. So it like went out of fashion as quickly as it came in. I was kind of thinking when I saw the American Apparel stores, I was like, wow, the early 2000s, like 2010s, sorry. I think it takes a while to appreciate things because while we were in the 2010s, like it really felt like there was no direction. We didn't really have a vibe. We were kind of like obsessed with like the past and obsessed with being like 60s and 70s and like I wore that stupid headband across my head like every fucking day. Every single day I wore that headband. It felt like we didn't have a style or anything and it just felt like we were constantly like looking to Tumblr posts like from like I don't know like old photos to like find fashion inspiration. But now like fast forward, it's been 15 years since 2010 and you can really see like a very distinct style of it and it's like now you can appreciate it. For a while, it was just, like, gross and tacky, like, people hadn't grown out of it, but now it's, like, so far behind us that we can be like, oh my God, like, that was funny, or, like, it was cute, and now I'm, like, almost longing for it. Like, I used to go into Urban Outfitters and want to buy everything. I thought everything in Urban Outfitters was, like, so cool and so, shall I say, hipster. I remember being like, one day, I'd look at all of the furniture stuff they had there and the weird, like, quirky shot glasses or telephones that they had. And I'd be like, oh my God, like one day I'm going to have an apartment in New York and I'm going to furnish it in all Urban Outfitters stuff. And it's going to be so cool. And like, I'm going to have a record player with like all these records that they sell at Urban Outfitters. It just felt like you were cool, if that makes sense. Because like, I think being hipster was being like cool. And I was just like craving that weird feeling of like going into a store and wanting to buy everything because there's nothing like that anymore. Like there's not one store where I go in and it's like, oh my God, like look at everything. I just want to buy everything. Yes, I like shopping at Aritzia, but like I don't actually love shopping at Aritzia. You know what I mean? Like I go in there because they have like basics and like but it's not like I'm like, oh, I want to like embody this store. Whereas like with the OG Urban Outfitters, like 2010 Urban Outfitters, like I wanted to be that store. That time was like messy and we didn't appreciate it. And the 2010s was like my high school. I'm doxing my age, it doesn't matter. And so we were like obsessed with taking Tumblr photos. Like every photo had to look like it could be on Tumblr. And recently I just found a file, okay, because I was trying to like free up space on my laptop. So I was like going through old stuff and I found this folder called Old Photos. Okay? And like one, I was god fucking ugly. Like I was fugly as fuck. At like 18 to 20, I was like fat, chubby, disgusting. Like I just looked like I smoked cigarettes and ate Tim Hortons because I did. Like I looked gross, okay? But at the same time, now I have to be able to appreciate it because I'm like, all that stuff that I thought was really gross and cringe and everything, it's like, I have to remember that at the time I was doing like what I thought was cool. But anyways, so I find these photos and I'm showing my boyfriend. I'm like, here, these are all the photos of me from like 2014. Every single photo has a filter on it. I put like every single photo through like some weird like 1960s film thing. Like it's that classic Instagram filter on every single photo. And it's weird because we're all getting like used to trying to take like artsy photos. Like it would be like a picture of like a Guinness glass of beer, I guess, but it would have like a filter on it. And it was just like, oh my God, I thought that was like so trendy and cool. And all of these photos are like of me smoking weed, but like so, like I'm like smoking the joint and the smoke is like everywhere. And then it's like my face through the smoke and then like a huge filter on it. And of course, like the hippie band. And I don't know, it's just like so weird. Like we're looking at them now and we're laughing and I'm like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. But like that was cool. And it's like, I promise those photos like actually were cool. Taking photos of like your lips with like smoke through them was like so fucking Tumblr. So many photos of me with like a bottle of Jack Daniels. But like I swear to God, like Jack Daniels was trendy and cool for some reason. Like taking those photos were cool. Also the combat boots, the ripped tights. I was like wearing a backwards hat for a lot of the photos, which is like really funny. I should like post these photos because they are like such a time capsule and they're like really hard to look at because there's so many like that time of my life, like my like 18, 19, 20. I think that's like really painful for everyone. So looking at those photos, I'm like, oh God, like I just didn't know like what the fuck I was doing, like disgusting, whatever. It's such a weird, interesting time of us like the whole world discovering how to edit photos. God, what a strange thing. I've talked about this before, but it's like you can never trust anyone. Like you can never trust anyone because like people would always be like, no, you're not fat. No, you look good. Oh my God, you're so pretty. Looking back at those photos, I can 100% say I was fugly. Okay? Like straight up butt ass ugly. And that's the thing, like that doesn't really change with the times, you know? Like my face was like puffed out like a million miles because I was drinking so much alcohol. I just looked like unhealthy. I didn't, everything was like terrible. Like that poor girl, she was rough as fuck. Another thing I read was like, obviously we know like Gen Z doesn't drink like as much as millennials. And I kind of caught like the very tail end of like millennial, of the millennials. Because my high school years were like all of us being obsessed with alcohol. It wasn't just me. It was like every girl, every guy. High school was like about taking the photos with like a big like 40 of vodka, like Smirnoff. Like it was like we were obsessed with like drinking alcohol, getting blackout. And I just don't, I mean, obviously that happens now. I'm not like pretending that it's like a utopia that's like in high school now. Obviously kids are still getting blackout and drunk, but I just don't think it was like the same. Like there's obviously not the trend anymore to take a photo with a 40 of alcohol. That was so cool. And I just don't think that's cool anymore. Also, like I don't drink anymore and a lot of people I know are sober. And it just seems like now that's the vibe. I'm happy. Okay, also in high school, everyone used to call me Kesha. Like, everyone would be like, you look exactly like Kesha. Like, I wore so many accessories. Like, literally both arms were, like, up to here with, like, little bangles. And then, of course, I had, like, this. Of course, I had, like, blue lipstick sometimes, not all the time. Glitter, like, all over. I would put, like, glitter in my hair with, like, these random-ass Forever 21, like, clips everywhere, like some sort of like everything was Forever 21. That's another thing. Like nobody cared about fast fashion. Like everyone was like, yes, Forever 21 for everything. And I had, how many fucking fur vests did I have? I had so many fur vests. And I'd wear big costume jewelry on every finger, bangles everywhere, fur vest, ripped tights, combat boots, jean shorts with like maybe some bleach stains on them, a random ass like gold top, possibly American Apparel. If that does not scream 2010, you're sick and you didn't live with the culture. Because that is 2010, okay? That is 2010. Then me holding a Jack Daniels bottle and be like, pledge allegiance to the struggle. Also, like, you can look at Lana Del Rey even now and be like, okay, yeah, like, her early years are, like, cringe. But, yes, at the time, they were, like, sick. I'm happy. Yeah, so basically what I was saying and what I was, like, thinking is, you know, everyone wants to be born in a different time. Everyone wants to, like, oh, I wish I was born in the 70s or I wish I was born in the 60s. But, like, I am actually happy I grew up in, like, the 2010s and I had that sort of, like, time in my life because I've just been, like, reminiscing on it lately. And I'm like, oh, my God, it was fun. singing James Blunt and Hey There Delilah and liking the Strokes. My sister caught one of the Strokes oh my God, what am I trying to say? Drumsticks. And, like, that was so fucking cool to us. Like, we were like, oh my God, we have the Strokes drumstick. Like, that's sick. Hearing that music just brings back, like, a time of being like, everything's cool. We're cool. I know I sound like I'm obsessed with being cool, but that's, like, really not what I'm trying to convey here. It just felt like that honestly was what being a hipster was. Like, you thought that you were cooler than everyone else. It was part of, like, I found this first. I did this first. I listened to more indie music than you. Blah, 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 blah. So it was, like, a whole cultural phenomenon of who wants to be the coolest. Also, I did win Hipster of the Year in my school. So I wish I had that somewhere because that is, like, such a time capsule in itself. I don't know if I have it. I threw out everything. I threw out all of my yearbooks. I threw out everything I had that is anything to do with high school. I was like, why am I holding on to these yearbooks? Like, I fucking hated high school. Get it out of my fucking house. Get it out of my face. Like, I do not need this. I looked through, like, I couldn't even open it up, to be honest. Like, I was like, this was the worst time of my life. Get rid of it. So, yeah. Bring back American Apparel, please. Or let's do, like, a museum pop-up of American Apparel. That would be so fun to me. Getting to experience your favorite stores somehow. I guess I can still go to American Apparel, but it's, like, so shit. Urban Outfitters now, but it's so shit, and it's, like, not the same. It's not the same. You can't get things back. So I guess, like, enjoy things now. Try to take pictures of things. I don't know what to tell you. But if you were an American Apparel girly, like, I see you. Okay. That's my rant for the day. So, loves it.